Well, hello there. The hands are back. Welcome to another episode of Craft Therapy. This is what we're going to be working on today. Let me just catch the focus a little bit. This is my macrame waste basket. And today I thought of teaching you guys how to make a square knot. This idea came to me because over the weekend my neighbor has an 8-year-old, 9-year-old daughter, and she asked me to teach her how to crochet. But lo and behold, it wasn't actually crochet that she wanted to learn. It was macrame, right? I tried to explain to her how the square knot is done, and it was a bit of a challenge. I'm just digging for my cords while I'm talking. It was a bit of a challenge because, it's different, although I'm a teacher, trained teacher. It's different when you know what you're saying and you know what to do and how to do it versus trying to explain to somebody what they're supposed to do, right? So I said to myself, perhaps others out there would like to learn how to do a square knot, a basic square knot, and a tutorial can't hurt, right? So we are going to delve into doing that. I'm just looking for a nice length. I think the 30 to 34 will do nicely. To show you guys how to do a square knot. Alright, so let me get this out of the way and get this on the table. And let's get into doing a square knot. Now, a square knot is like your most basic of macrame knots. And I learned this when I was in high school many moons ago. I will not say how many moons. But I learned how to do a square knot when I was in high school, right? Fast forward, it's not a case where I fell in love with macrame then and no. It's just a case where the square knot stuck with me. A little mantra that goes left over right under, right over left under. That mantra kind of stuck with me. And it wasn't until I was trying to explain what left over right over left under meant that I realized I just got it because I got it. But if someone is trying to actually learn it, it's not that straightforward. Left what over right what? Under what? You know what I mean? So I said to myself I would hop on here and do a more detailed explanation of how the square knot is done. Now, for starters, you need 2 pieces of macrame cord because a square knot consists of 4 strands. And we're going to be doubling these to get 4. So you need at least 2 pieces. So I have my 2 pieces here. And I'm going to double them. And then I'm going to get them onto my working dowel. Now there are 2 ways I can put this on. So you're learning 2 things today. You're learning the lark's head knot. The reverse lark's head knot and the lark's head knot. And usually I use a lark's head. Lark's head is taking the cord, the doubled cord, and at the point where it doubles, you put it over the rod that you're working on, hold it in place, reach from behind, grab the 2 tails, pull them through. Simple. Now it might sound simple, but again, this was something that was being messed up on the weekend, where I explained what she should do and she kept doing it the opposite way. So she kept doing the reverse lark's head knot, which is to push it under from behind, pull the loop over, and then pull your tails through. So look at the difference. The lark's head knot has the loop over the two center pieces there. The reverse lark's head knot has the loop under the two center pieces. And I said to her, guess what? You see, if you keep forgetting what to do and you keep doing the reverse lark's head knot, keep doing the reverse lark's head knot, and when you're finished, just turn your rod around and you have your lark's head knot just like that, right? Okay, so the square knot consists of 4 strands. I have my 4 strands here. Now the little mantra that I learned in high school was left over, right under, right over, left under. Because what you're gonna find happening is it's in 2 parts, and so you have to do the 2 parts to complete the square knot. And the first part is left over, right under. So I'm going to separate my strands here. When my camera looks so lean, that looks a little better. I'm going to separate the strands, okay? So I have my 2 center strands there, and I have the other 2 strands on the outside spread apart. Now left over, right under, this is what it means. I take my left strand, I cross it over the middle strands, so that is the over part of the equation. So left over, and then it goes under the right strand. Okay? But it's not complete. There's something missing. So left over, under the right. I'm gonna adjust that mantra, update it. So left over center, under the right, and then you take the right under center. Can you see? The right under the center. Let me push that up a little bit more. Right under center, through the left from the back to the front. Okay? Let's do that first part again. Have your 4 cords, have them separate. Left over center 2 under the right. Right under center 2. Push from the back of the left and through to the front, through that loop that was created. And you tighten it up. Tighten it up. And then we do the reverse. So if for the first part, we put the left over the center 2 and under the right, for the second part, we're going to take the right and put over the center 2 and under the left. If for the second part of it, we had gone the right under the center 2 and through to the front from the back of the loop on the left, then we're going to do the reverse, which is going to be now the left under the center 2, through the loop and pull to the front. Through the loop on the right, that is, and pull to the front. And that is your square knot. That's your square knot right there. That's your square knot. Let's do another one. And remember, I'm expanding on the little rhyme or mantra. Left over, right under, right over, left under. I'm expanding on that. Left cord over the center tool, underneath the right cord, right cord, under the center tool, under that left cord and through to the front through that loop that was created. Tighten it up. And that's just the first half. And you want to do the reverse of that to ensure that you have completed your square knot. Because you do have a thing called a half square knot, right? Let's do the reverse. Right over center tool, under the left cord, left under center tool, through that loop from the back to the front. Tighten it up. And there we have 2 square knots. Now I'm going to pull these out and I'm going to add a color and show you how those lovely macrame designs that you will see and that you'll be seeing more of on this channel, how they come to be with using just your basic square knot. So I'm going to add a color. Let's add a red. And one thing with regards to macrame, you want to try and keep your cords in even numbers. So adding 1 red would make it 3 cords, and I want to keep it in even numbers. So I'm going to add a black to make it 4. Let's attach, double it, making our lark's head knot on that side. Here's our red, double it, making our lark's head knot. Okay, there we go. So here we have now 8 cords. How do we navigate this? We do the same thing. So let's separate them into groups of 4. So you take your first group of 4 and you have your left and your right. Left over right, left over. Yeah, that mantra has been in my head for 30 years. So let me try and remember to adjust it. Left over center tool, under the right, right under center tool, under that left, through that loop from the back to the front, tighten it up. That's just the first half. Then we do the reverse. So technically, you can now see it a little bit clearer. We have the black over here. We're trying to get the black back over here. So you have to reverse it. So we go right over center tool, under the left, left under center tool, to the back of the loop, through to the front, and we tighten it up. So our black is back where it started, our gray is back where it started. Should I bring you guys in closer? You look a little bit far to me. Hold on, let me bring you a little smidgen closer. Más mejor, much better. All right, so let's go again. So we have our gray and we have our red. Separate them. So we take our left over center tool, under the right, right under center tool. I'm trying to make sure I keep you in the camera frame. Right under the center tool, underneath that loop that was formed, pull it through to the front, tighten it up. That's just one half of it. Let's do the other half. So we started on the left the last time. Now we need to start on the right. So we go right, over center 2, under the left, left, under center 2, underneath that loop, and pull it through to the front. Tighten it up. And our cords are back where they started. Now here is how designs are created. So we had 2 sets of 4. Now we want to join this set to this set. So we move the 2 on the extreme ends out of the way, and we're now working with these 4 cords. Okay? And we do the same thing. Left, over center 2, under the right, right, under center 2, behind the loop, pull it through to the front. You hear my birdies? Tighten it up. Let's reverse it to complete the knot. Right, over center 2, under the left, left, under center 2, behind the loop, pull it through to the front. Tighten it up. And there we have it. So you want to go back and do 2 more sets. Let's see if I can squeeze in 2 more before my camera expires. I'm looking for my battery life. No, but I'm not seeing that, so I should be good to go. Should be good to go. Let's keep it going. Let's do the same thing. Left, over center 2, under the right, right, under center 2, behind the loop, pull it through to the front. Tighten it up. Usually I have the dowel mounted onto something to keep it sturdy, but I just have it freestyling on the desk right now. There we go. Right, over center 2, under the left, left, under center 2, under the loop, and pull it through to the front. Tighten it up. And if you're working with a variety of colors, you will always know when you're back at the beginning, when your colors end up back where you started. Let's do this side. Left, over center 2, under the right, right, under center 2, under the loop, pull it through to the front. Oopsie. Pull it through to the front. Tighten it up. Let's complete it. Right, over center 2, under the left, left, under center 2, under the loop, pull it through to the front. You saw that twisting, so you always want to make sure that you tug on your cords a little bit just to make sure they stay where you want them to stay. And in a nutshell, that's your square knot. That's your square knot. And you can keep this pattern going for as much as you want to keep it going. So I need to tighten this one up a little bit more. So let me just, because I want it to be even with this one. You notice that they're a little bit uneven. So let me tighten it up a little bit more. So I'm going to undo it briefly, just the first half, and get it a little smidgen tighter. There we go. And let's do that second half again, which is, say it with me, right over center 2 under the left, left under center 2 under the loop, pull it through the loop to the front and tighten it up. And you can keep this going for as much as you want in terms of a design. Something like this, you would have seen me using a little hoop that I have some numbers on. I think these are inches I measured in, because we tend to use inches in Jamaica. So all of these cords that you saw at the beginning are my leftover cords from various projects. I plan to use them in a future project. I won't unveil what that project is just yet. But in a nutshell, this is your square knot. You can keep this going as long as you keep even numbers in terms of your cords that you're cutting. You don't want to end up with a number 5 out here or a number 7. So always work in pairs. So I hope that this tutorial was easy for you to follow and understand for persons who are delving into macrame. I know that there are a ton of tutorials on YouTube and you don't have to choose this one, but thank you for choosing this one. And I do hope that it really and truly helps. So until next time, keep those hands busy so that your mind will be at peace. Happy crafting.